Like Green Day. I guess it is kind of still punk. Hello, YouTube. Hello to the YouTube gamers. Tis I. We just got done with Bandle. Now, our guests for the evening, the Bony Rose. So that's Beatles. Beatles reference. For the BGM, let's go Planet Coaster 3. Because I hear this one the least. Kind of gives... What is it, Owl City? When can I see you again? When can I see you again? But yes, we're here. We're live. I am drawing. I don't really have like a reference sheet for this guy. That's kind of why I'm drawing him now. But he's gonna be very different from my first character in V Origins. This season of V Origins is pretty different because it's not connected to the last season. It takes place like way further in the future, I think. So this is not going to be the same character as last season, and it's actually going to be quite the opposite. Last season, I was sort of like an evil, secretly evil, smart guy. This season, I'm going to be a really dumb guy named I. And it's pirate themed, so I'm going to be a pirate. And it's going to be quite something. And I believe it starts next week. So I didn't draw a reference for Bert, who was my character last season. Because it was like my first ever like Minecraft roleplay thing, so I didn't really know what I was doing. But this season, I'm a bit more comfortable with roleplay, so figured I'd add another character. And he's gonna be a little lad. Bert was he wasn't really an old guy. His name was Bert Oldman, but that was kind of a red herring. He was actually like kind of a young guy. But this guy's gonna be pretty young. And he's basically gonna be Shio. Look-wise, because it's the only way I know how to draw young-looking characters. But he's like 18 or something canonically, so. Oh, I'm not going to save this. I want you to see my files. Shall name this I. Alright. Just a rough sketch. Yeah, it starts next week and it's a bit longer this time. Last time it was about 1 month. This time it's gonna be about 2 months. I think there's gonna be like a week break in between. Which is a little daunting because like yeah, that's a lot of streaming and a lot of time on Minecraft. But one of the things that I sort of fell behind on last time I did V Origins was I was trying to edit videos, and I did end up releasing videos from the Origins, but I never finished because I fell behind just because there was so much content. And I was streaming and then trying to do long form shorts or long form videos and then also trying to do shorts. And I just got overwhelmed to the point where I just like stopped. So I don't know if I'll ever finish the videos from last season, but this season is going to be a bit different because I'm going to try and utilize Starbite, which is the VTuber group I'm in, because we have in-house editors. I don't really know how it works. I'm gonna have to ask. I will gladly pay, because while I can edit, I don't have that much time, and it's very time consuming. So I'd much rather just like pay to have someone do it, just so I could have supplemental content. Because video editing was the one thing I didn't want to pay for when it came to my content creation things, just because I can kind of do it. And I still wouldn't pay for like shorts because I can edit my shorts pretty easily. But long form content, especially like VOD scrubbing, I would have to pay someone. So that takes a lot of time. It is just gonna look like Shio, kind of. That's maybe because I don't have a reference right now, so I'm kind of just going by eye. And the only thing I can make without a reference is Shio. So, and Shio was my VTuber before I was this guy. Before I was Oreo, I was Shio. For like, how long was it? 2 years? Something like that? Actually, now that I think about it, have I passed being more Oreo than Shio? I became Oreo, well, I started VTubing in 2021. And then, let's see. I think we might have already passed. Well, maybe this year I'll pass it, because this would be my 5th year. So it'd be 2 years and 2 years. So on June of this year, I will have officially been more Oreo than Shio. Probably, something like that. I can kind of stylize this a bit. Because it doesn't have to be, and this is going to be kind of, well, I'm kind of just getting like the character and everything. Like the style. I do not know how to draw bodies. That looks awful. This looks so fat. Ew. You should never draw bodies. We'll save that for last. Yeah, the main thing about him because he's gonna have an eye patch. But because he's so dumb, he has cut a hole in the eye patch to help him see, thus negating the entire point of the eye patch. Kind of like that. Then he's gonna have other accessories. He's gonna have like... I'm debating how I want to do his hair. Or anything on his head. Because like... I don't know. I don't know how I want to do it. Because I have... some like belt accessories in mind, but I kind of want to just... I guess he is gonna be... How do we do? I'm gonna give him the propeller hat. It's gonna be a pirate propeller hat. So it's going to look like this. And then instead of like the little like one of those things, they're going to be like wind. Like, you know those little wind cups on like things to tell the wind direction? It's going to be that. Then it's going to have a... It's gonna be like that. And then, oh my god, am I really gonna have to try and make a body? Okay. I don't know how to draw anatomy from the waist down. That's why I always do shoulder up. I'm not going to do the legs, so I'll just stop you right there. My eyes are just messed up. Hello. Wait. I am talking to here. If my mic goes crackle, I feel like it probably will, because my mic, not my mic, my audio on my PC went like, meh, and so I think that's the telltale sign of my mic gonna be messing up. I can't speak English. Also, my model stuttered. You probably noticed, but I think it was more extreme on my end. But I don't know, because I'm not hearing it. I have to talk for like a full minute straight just to try and hear it, but it's kind of weird every time because of the speech jammer effect. But I haven't heard it yet, but I'm still a little paranoid, so what I think I might do is still just unplug it and plug it back in just to try and see if it does, if it was messed up, just to fix it, just in case. Give me 1 second. Hello. I am back. Oh, Cracker right before? Okay. So I just missed it. Alright, let me know if it's back. I unplugged it, plugged it back in. That should fix it. In the meantime. My arms look so weird. Like this part's fine. Season 2 of the Origins, yes. Well, it's technically Season 3, because the one I was in was technically Season 2, but it's Season 2 of me playing it. And it's kind of Season 2 because it's being revamped. So, like, it's a completely different setting and stuff like that. And it's pirate themed, so it's kind of soft Season 2. Because the first season was Season 0, so... Yes, this character is I. The theme was pirate. What was the last? The last theme, it was zombies. So I remember I was like running around. There's like a zombie apocalypse or whatever. And this season, it's going to be pirates. This needs to be further down, probably. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a very different character from last season. Last season, I was a smart guy. This season, I'm going to be very dumb. Which is awesome. I did all this, and I think I'm just going to wear a coat. I might actually need a reference for, like, a pirate coat. Pirate coat. Okay. I see. So he's gonna... I think he should wear... When I see... What's wrong with this? I think he's gonna wear a super... Oops. Oversized coat. Let's see, how do these look? They're like this. They got the little things. They've got these things. And then this shirt. It's gonna have like stains. It's gonna have a bunch of holes in it. And like tears. So he's gonna have a really fancy coat and like a really crappy undershirt. He's gonna be a kind of a mismatch. Let me actually shrink all this. So maybe I will do some legs. Oh god, don't look at him. I never draw legs. Why does it look like that? Oh, it's gotta be like... Looks like he's wearing a diaper. Hold on. He's not that young. If he's gonna be that tall. This needs to be super big. Hi Zion. He's looking good, thank you. Oh, the private meeting went well? Oh, Zion. If only you knew. I don't know if they told you, or if they're going to keep it a secret. But something very funny was agreed upon during the meeting. Hi, Mocha. Should I even give him sleeves? I guess we'll have the sleeves, but his arms won't be in them. Oh, goodness. It's really funny. Your forwarders, he's doing so much fun. Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it as well. Alright, now I gotta think about his belt. Why do they wear their belts? I feel like he wouldn't actually... He'd have a sash, maybe? I feel like he'd just pin it. So he's supposed to carry around... Maybe we'll just... Maybe we'll have a belt over his jacket. You know, it's supposed to be like a... conch shell. A rolled up piece of paper. And... Is this the same way here? Yes. A dead parrot. Get rid of this. There you go. All right. Try and polish it a bit. By polish it, I mean get the anatomy right. Okay, one eye is much too big. The great thing about the eye patch is I won't have to worry about symmetry too much. With the eyes at least. Still gotta make them look kinda decent, but... Where'd it go? Go. Oops. Something like that. Hey, Boogie. How you doing? I'm doing good. Just sort of eyeballing what a conch looks like. I'm kind of just doing it from memory. It's kind of like this. Yeah. Do they have a belt buckle? So I think they have. Okay. The legs aren't that important. Oh, it looks pretty decent. Very quick little sketch. Need his little shirt. It is literally just Shio, but I don't know, I like trying Shio. He's my muse. I drew him so much. Of course I drew him. He's me. It's a great design. Thank you, Mocha. It's a bit shorter. I'm not really one to make like OCs. So I'm glad I actually get to now. Looks like such an innocent little lad. He is, kind of. Just sing for a big good night. Good night, Brogy. That audio mess up again. Oh, gosh. Sorry, I forgot. Whenever I unplug my mic to fix it, I have to turn my little power thing back on. Let me know if it does it again. So I heard it crackle. I heard it mess up again, so I went ahead and unplugged it. Plugged it back in, but... Let me know if it happens again. I think Shio had like eyelashes. Go. And this is going to be covered up kind of, so it's not too big of a deal, but I'm not going to go too crazy with the line art, because this is just a rough character concept. It's not kind of like, it's not like a full illustration, you know? Just to sort of see like a visual of what he would look like. Something like that for the eyes. So my Twitch mobile live dashboard has just informed me that I'm live. Thanks, man. Think it looks good. Thank you. Yeah, this is a bit easier. Because like I said, it's kind of based off Shio, who is my old design, who I do a lot of. So it's muscle memory to draw him. So it's kind of why I'm like not struggling so hard, especially without a reference. Sometimes I do miss Shio. He was so cute. I like being cute. Like obviously his model is cute, but he's much more like Iki Men. Is that the title? But Shio was just like a little guy. I always thought he was cute, but alas, VTubing, you kind of need like a hot boy model. I do love this model, and I think I do prefer this model overall. It's just sometimes I reminisce about being a cute little lad. But this is not Shio. It's a legally distinct Shio, because he's technically older. And he's gonna have a different hair. Add soon. Go. It's already been an hour. Holy. Time flies when you're having fun. Now the hard part. Is it gonna be hard? I kind of like smurfed by giving myself this big jacket, so I can just hide all the anatomy under it. I'm not too worried about the feet. In fact, I might crop it off. Belt. To add these things. I don't know what shape I want. Some of the pictures they got them like that. gonna say, what layer's the belt? This goes here. This goes. Captive bird. Yes. Use stuck. Do you guys see the new Pokemon? I like the water one. I forgot what it's called. I think it looks cool. The bird one, I don't know if I like it. Looks too plain. And the fire one, I don't know. Looks too generic, I feel. Then again, I haven't played Pokemon since Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I stopped before Black and White, so I'm not really like a arbiter of the Pokemon fandom. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. This has don't look at this part. Focus on this. I want to add some color. I'm not going to go in the nitty gritty. Oh my god. Why is it so loud? Stop that. Go back here. All right. Do some very quick colors. He's gonna have white hair. There you go. And then I still think this should be black. I don't know why it does that. Do I have my... I think I have my gap closed too big. No? Is that area scaling? It is. There you go. I think this should be... sort of metal. Now what color should his jacket be? Alright, his eyes are gonna be... His eyes are gonna be the same as mine. Maybe they'll be... a bit darker. Should they have be black? I feel like his coat should be like purple. Super dark purple, maybe. Maybe we'll have a blue belt. Those can be black. Then the bird also be blue. But is that what a parrot looks like? I think so. You. Oops. I don't know what color contra like. That color, right? Perfect. I almost forgot his most important detail, man. It's gotta have one of these. And then there we go. Was under the hair. Perfect. Looks like he has chicken feet. His tiny little feet. Perfect. And we can do some very quick light shading. Just forgot to color his eyebrows. Very quickly. Boom. That's awesome. He's handsome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I like him. He's cute. I think we gotta do something. Hold on. Alright, for this. It's already very dark. So I'm ready to put. Something like that. Gosh, it looks so much different on the on like the computer screen versus my tablet screen. It's a lot brighter on the computer screen. Bird's beak's supposed to not be there. It's there, it's just really dark. It blends in with the jacket a bit. I'm pretty sure parrot beaks are like black. I don't want to do this. I want to. Do. Should I fix the feet? Nah. Theos look like that. Honestly, for 90 minutes with no reference, it's not too shabby. Maybe he should be a bit dirtier. Hmm. Maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not much of a character designer. Gosh, it's already 9 p.m. I should probably shade this. Sure. Yeah, sure. It's just a little lad. I think that's it. Like I said, it's only gonna be like a quick little character. Drawing. We could chat a little bit. I can go another like 20 minutes or something. Now the stream has been very quiet, so I can just yap next to him. So yeah, this is, I guess I could talk about him. So this is for V Origins, which is the Minecraft server I will be playing on. I believe, is my V-bridger not on? Hello. Hello. Hello? Hello. Do I have to calibrate it? Hello. No, I think it's just... Hold on. Hello. I don't know. I think it's working. I have no idea. But anyways, it says V Origins. Last year, I was on it for a month, and it was my first ever Minecraft roleplay server. So I was very shy and very nervous, and so let me get rid of me. I spent a lot of time just like I was trying to be very immersed in like the roleplay. So there was a Discord server for the season, and it had a bunch of people in it who like would communicate and like go through roleplay and like storylines and stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to be like spur of the moment, like immersed. So I spent like the first like 4 streams just like running around the map trying to find people, and it wasn't very interesting, I feel. And so this season, because we're like pirates, we're going to be on crews. So I'm on a crew with 2 other people. It's 2 people I've never met before. So there's about half the roster is from last season, and then there's another half that's completely new people. And so I'm on a crew with 2 new people, which is kind of scary, but I don't know. It seems chill. It should be pretty fun. And yeah, this is I. He is very dumb. And I'm going to play him very dumb. And he's meant to be kind of like the comedic relief character. Because last season I got pretty dark with stuff. So I thought it'd be like kind of dumb and silly this season. So his name is I. His first name is I, and his last name is I. So his full name is I, which is very funny because that's what pirates say to each other. They say I. So it's gonna be my go-to greeting is gonna be, "Hello, I'm I," or I'm I. Which I just find very funny. And then whenever someone goes I, I'll be like, yes. And a little hidden thing is it's spelled AI, which I think, don't quote me on it. I'd have to, because you know, it's language is contextual. I think it means love in Chinese. So, because you know, 我爱你 is I love you in Chinese. And 我 is I, and 你 is you. So I is love. So his name is Love. And hopefully, if you say I in Chinese, hopefully that doesn't mean like, that doesn't have a different meaning. Because I know like some languages, if you put like 2 words next to each other, it changes the meaning. So I don't know, I'll have to confer. If not, I'll just be like, oh, it's that's an unfortunate coincidence. But yeah, this is him. There is 3 factions. There's the pirates, which is what I am. There's the navy, who are kind of like the ocean. They're the kind of the good guys, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. There's also a 3rd neutral party, who are not navy or pirates, but I originally thought about him being kind of neutral, and I think the pirate stuff isn't set in stone. You can like obviously probably swap. You don't have to be a pirate like all the time. So I think at some point I might like swap, because his thing is like he's not very loyal because he's very dumb. So like if the navy is like, hey man, if you join our side you can have this or this, and I'll be like, okay. And that's the thing. So I'm gonna play him very dumb to the point where it's kind of gonna be a detriment. So one aspect about the character that it's gonna be very interesting is he's technically illiterate, so he cannot read or write. So that's going to lead to some very interesting interactions. And the other thing is he's going to have a really bad Australian accent. Because Australian is the only accent I can semi-do. I can't really do a British accent. But I also can't really do an Australian accent, but I could kind of do it. And so my excuse as to why the accent is going to be bad is that he's going to have learned English from a parrot. Which may or may not be the parrot on his belt. So that's gonna be very fun. And probably very cringe. This is gonna be a very cringe thing. But I am cringe and I'm free. Sounds like a super fun character to play, yeah. I'm kind of excited. Like I said, last season I was very serious and I was quite like chill. This one I'm probably still gonna be chill. Like I'm not gonna be like super hyper, you know, because that's just not me. But I can ham it up a little bit. I could be a bit silly. If last season was like my chill side, this is gonna be my silly side. It's gonna be pretty fun because last season I had fun like using like big words to try and sound smart. You know, I was like using my vocabulary, like, oh, this is quite perplexing. But this season I'm like, that's interesting. It's interesting. Sorry, here's my Australian accent. It's not very good, but I guess that's the point. And it's gonna be very, very embarrassing because there's an actual Australian person who's gonna be on the server. So it's he's probably gonna hate me. I'm gonna hazard a guess. But who knows? Also, that might swap accents here and there. Because I like the British one, where it's like, oh, Captain, batten down the hatches. Like I said, my excuse is going to be, I learned from a parrot, so that's why the accent changes sometimes. And the other thing that I'm going to try and have a lot of fun with is I want to write like sea shanties. Because I do write poetry in my off time, and I do like writing poetry. And songs are kind of just like poetry adjacent. And so I want to kind of make like sea shanties and like sing, maybe not sing because like I'm bad at singing, but like semi-sing stuff for my crew. And like I kind of want it to be like because the character is so dumb, I kind of wanted him to have like both downsides and upsides so that he's kind of complicated. So the downside is like he's dumb and like he can't read, so like actual like menial tasks he's supposed to do are not gonna be done well, to the point where it's gonna be like he's kind of gonna be a hindrance in that aspect. But on the flip side, he's supposed to be like the morale booster. So he's gonna be singing, he's gonna be being silly and stuff to try and like, you know, he's kind of got like a court jester type where you keep him around because he's so chill. But I also kind of wanted him to be kind of like I described him as like a sad puppy who, like, because he's so dumb and bad to be around, I kind of want people to like hate him and like kick him out of his crew multiple times so that like he gets like thrown around because no one can stand him for too long. I don't know how much that will be integrated, but that's going to be kind of a goal. Because I want to interact with more people, because last season I was very shy, and so I didn't really interact with a lot of people. But this season, because half of the cast is coming back, I'm a little bit more comfortable with them, so I could be a bit more social. And the fact that we're starting out in crews makes it a lot easier, instead of just having to try and find people and then naturally like join groups and stuff, to actually just like have a group from the get-go. Should be interesting. Yeah, as far as content goes, we shall see. They want us to make at least 2 pieces of content a week. which is kind of what I did last season. Last season, I would do 2 streams a week, Wednesday and Saturday. And I think I'm going to try and do that this time. Because it's 2 months instead of 1 month, things will be spread out a lot more. So hopefully I can get away with maybe streaming a little less, because it got to the point where I was like kind of overwhelmed. But again, last season it was because of the editing I was trying to undertake. But I'm going to try and pass off that editing to someone else so I can kind of focus on streaming a bit. And that should help a bit. Because I do think this could be a pretty fun YouTube series. And yeah, I think it'll be fun. Like I said, I think it starts next week. Or maybe the week after. I gotta check the... Updates? No. The 5th is the orientation. I gotta find like the email I got about the specific dates that are happening, but I think hold on, when is the orientation? Okay, so yeah, Thursday of next week is orientation and stress test, and I think Saturday is the first day on the server. You want to go have a good night? Congrats on getting season 3. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna end soon anyway, so it's fine. Thank you for being here, Aqua. And yeah, it should be, like I said, it's 2 months, so I think I can sort of be a bit less stressed and like spread my sea legs. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. I do. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully I don't get overwhelmed, because it is a lot. Social interacting. It's basically like 2 collabs a week. But I think as far as scheduling goes, I think it'll replace Avatar. So I think, because I'll still be playing Hades for however long I play that game, because I still enjoy that game. I'm trying to get all the achievements. So I think the tentative schedules will be Hades is a mainstay, the Origins is a mainstay, and then we'll have a flex that will either be like an indie game or just like something like Valorant or GeoGuessr or Dead by Daylight, just to like sort of have like a chill, talking, interacting stream, because unfortunately with the roleplay stuff I don't really get to interact with chat too much, but hopefully now that I've done more roleplay I get more comfortable with it. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, it's almost 2 hours. And this is my 4th stream, so that's sort of, it's kind of a bonus stream, you know? So I didn't need to stream like 3 hours or something like that, because I streamed 3 hours Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this little bonus stream is like another tacked on 2 hours, because I want to stream at least 3 times a week, and then if I have time, a 4th. As far as next week goes, I gotta think. If the start is Saturday, I think it'll just be our normal Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Have Friday off, then Saturday. It depends on... Ooh, it actually depends on what movies are coming out. This week, I'm only seeing one movie. I'm seeing K-Pops? Which is a K-pop movie. I think it's American K-pop, but did something. But next week, I'm pretty sure... I think I'm seeing 2 movies. I'm seeing 1, 2. So far, just 2. Not that one. Not that one. Yeah, I'm only seeing 2 movies next week. I'm gonna see Hoppers, the new Pixar movie, and The Bride. I don't really know how I feel about The Bride because it looks kind of weird. Hoppers looks good though. It looks like a really good Pixar movie, so I'm excited about that one. Then the week after that, what's that? March 13th and 14th. What comes out March 13th and 14th? Scared to Death? I don't know if I've seen anything about that one. Oh, Undertone. I want to see Undertone. That's a new horror movie. And it looks, honestly, from the trailer, it looked pretty interesting. Hopefully it's good. So that's definitely at least one. Slanted, probably not. Sound of Freedom, probably not. Unsung Hero, probably not. Okay, then the week after that's only one movie. And then March 20th is Project Hail Mary. And is it just Project Hail Mary? I thought there was another one. Huh. I guess not. Alright, so thankfully we're not going to have another week like that one time where I saw like 4 movies in 1 week. That was kind of crazy. But yeah. Alright. I'm going to end here. The drawing looks good. Looks cute. Especially for 2 hours. I will see you on Tuesday with Hades, probably. And then, I'm trying to think, Hades. And then I want to try that Japanese indie horror game I talked about. I was going to play today, but instead I drew. I think I'll play that next week. I gotta remember what it's called. It's called... Oops. 1 second. There you go. Umigari. Looks pretty silly. Apparently it's part of like a... Apparently the people who made it and made a lot of other ones, which actually looks kind of cool. There's like a bundle that's like $100, which would be pretty cool to just like go through. Because I do love little indie horror games. So maybe once, maybe if they go on like super sale, because it is like $100 worth of games. But yeah, and then Thursday, oh, probably Avatar. I'm not sure. Avatar is sort of winding down, I feel. I think I might do one more stream of it, just to see. And then it'll be replaced by V Origins. Because I've gotten a decent amount of hours into it. Yeah. Alright, that's it. I will see you on Tuesday with Hades, probably. So it'll be Hades, Umigari, and then... Avatar, The Origins Minecraft on Saturday. Just be on the lookout for that. Keep an eye out for II. Alright. Goodbye.